everybody, I'm David Tutera. And for those of you that may not know who I am an event planner and designer, and I've been in business for 34 years, which is a long time, which means if I'm in business for 34 years, I have seen a lot. And I've seen a lot of amazing things, and I've seen a lot of challenging things. And I know right now for you, the uncertainty of where your business is, where your client's work will be, is confusing and concerning. But I would love to shed some positivity and direction and some information that I'm hoping might help you. I know I would have loved to have had this information in times of when challenges were presented to me. I lived through 9/11. I lived 14 blocks from there in New York City. I'm a New Yorker. And that was a really difficult time for us. And business had been closed down, and celebrations were immediately canceled, and people were very nervous, and the industry was very concerned, and we all had moments where we truly thought, what will tomorrow be? But the great news about that, even though it was a horrible, horrible scenario, was that the business did come back, and it came back sooner than at least I anticipated. And then time moved on, and my business began to grow, and 2007 and 2008 hit, and that recession knocked me on my feet. I almost filed bankruptcy. I chose not to because I wanted to make sure that I took care of every responsibility that I had under my belt. But because of that time, with the uncertainty of where business would be, because nobody was spending money on events at that time, I knew I had to rebrand, recreate, and redirect my business and figure out a new version of what I do, which is what you do, which is create celebrations. So we have to understand something. Times that might be terrible, like what we're experiencing right now, might be the time that allows us to see clarity for where we can be tomorrow, where we want to be tomorrow, what we want to do tomorrow, how we might do it differently. One of the things that's really important is to understand that whether we are in the business of 34 years or 2 years or just starting or at the back end of our career and maybe need to be ignited by something, we do the same thing. We create celebrations. And I'd like to recoin it right now because I think what we do and what we will be doing next is creating life moments. Life moments for people, as we've always done before, that make them smile, that make them happy, to make them realize that a moment in time that might seem terrible for them, personally or globally as we are experiencing right now, can be enlightened by when we finally get a chance to put our celebrations back together. And we will. I truly promise you, I really promise you, hang in. But here's a way to allow your day to be not ridden with anxiety and stress and worry and fear, all of those things. What I want you to do, it's a simple list, so if you want, write this down, but this list is very, very important. Organize your workspace, which probably is at home like mine is right here in my house. Now, this workspace did not look like this about 2.5 weeks ago. I had boxes and stuff and things that needed to be moved for months, and I chose to come in here and work for hours and hours and hours, clean it really well, and then secondly, make sure that the chaos was removed. And it was incredibly pristine and organized. I mean, we're type A personalities, and we're organized to begin with because that's what we do for a living. If we were never organized, we wouldn't be able to do what we do, which is create celebrations through logistics, floor plans, and vendors, and all the things that we need to do. So make your space like that. Make your space how you would want your client's event to be. And create a peaceful environment. Now, I've got photos of my daughters around me. I have a Buddha right behind me. I have a crystal right over here for energy. I have flowers and books, and I play classical music while I'm working. I have my coffee to give me the strength I need when I first begin my day. But all of those things create a safe, peaceful space. Now, what's real important, I learned this from my mom, by the way. She used to be my personal assistant for 16 years. Best employee I ever had. Is to schedule your day. Schedule your day. Even though you're home, and like for us, we've got 2 dogs that love to bark and 2 children, a 6.5-year-old who's being homeschooled by myself and my husband while we're working at home. And then also our child, Gracie, who's a little over a year old, and she requires a lot of time, and she's awesome, but we need to be there for our kids, right? But if you schedule your day and you allow yourself to understand when you wake up and when you go in your office, here's what you need to get accomplished. Do not overschedule your day, because you'll set yourself up for failure. And prioritize what is most necessary to get done in that day. And whatever you don't accomplish that day, then move that to the new list for the following day. It keeps you managed, and it allows your time to be used properly. And then again, that'll give you the chance to really get a grasp on what you're going through. Now, I'll be honest, probably like many of you right now, you're experiencing anxiety. There are days I wake up that I am ridden with it and worried about what tomorrow will bring for us and what the world will look like. And then I get anxious, which causes distress, and stress causes to worry, and worry creates fear, and fear creates confusion. It's just a big snowball that will never go away. So stop, take a breath. I go for a walk outside or hang out with my children for a little bit to rejuvenate how I'm feeling. If you're not feeling anxiety, stress, worry, and fear, then you're not alive. So pinch yourself right now and remind yourself that we're all in this together, and we all will get through this together. We will. And somehow, some way, you will find a way to make sure that where you wind up being tomorrow versus today might be even more amazing than what you ever thought. So turn it all into positivity, please. And the one thing I tell my daughter every day when I drop her off at school is I say to Cielo, Cielo, do 2 things for Daddy. Make one person smile and teach me one new thing I would never have known. We do that every day. And do that for yourself. Hold yourself accountable to smile. Hold yourself accountable to learn something new every day. Because guess what? Celebrations aren't going away. They may not be happening today or tomorrow, but they will happen. Let's coin it a new phrase. We're not creating celebrations. We're in the business of creating life moments. Please hang on. Please be positive, and for sure, smile.